Hello and welcome to another Optics Trade short review. We have today here Noblex Sight II Plus. As you can see, there is Noblex written here, but we also have Doctor written here, and you can also see the Doctor's logotype, so the owl. And before we move on to the individual characteristics of this device, it is important that we elaborate a little on how it came to the change from the name Doctor to Noblex. Now, if we look at this device from up close, we can see that it is really the same as the Doctor Sight II Plus. It also still has Doctor written on it. Now, if we look, for example, at the new Noblex Sight III that was introduced, I have it here, you can see that there is already Noblex written on it, and the logotip of the they're keeping the Doctor logotip. So some of their sites already have Noblex written on them, while the others have Noblex written on the box, but on the device it is still written Doctor. So in time, Noblex will eventually manufacture all their devices with Noblex written on it. Now, the change from the name Doctor to Noblex was one of the most prominent changes that we witnessed at IWA 2018 in Nuremberg. So, Doctor is a famous company. They have a rich 100-year tradition of making optical devices. So, the name Doctor was established in 1991. Previously, they were called Carl Zeiss Jena, and they were very well established even before they were called Doctor. But when the Doctor name came to be, so in 1991, they became even more established in the market, especially of red dot sights and even rifle scopes. Now in 2018, we are now seeing a major change when it comes to this company. There is a change in administration. The appearance is new and fresh, and the majority of products will from this year on be sold under the Noblex name. So the products that were previously sold under the name Doctor. The logotip will remain the same, so they're sticking to the good old logotip. And even though they changed the name, they say that they will keep on they will still maintain the philosophy of Doctor, so they will remain the same, they will keep the same quality. They will also remain one of the most affordable German manufacturers of sport optics. And eventually we believe that the transition will at the end be successful. Okay, now we've covered the transition. Now let's move on to the individual characteristics. So as I said, this is the same as Doctor Sight II Plus. The general properties are the same, the optical characteristics are the same, and at the end this is the very same thing that will be, now it still even has Doctor written on it. In time there will be Noblex written, but everything else stay the same. So this is a very compact sight, 43 millimeters long, 25 millimeters wide. It features a nice big window. This is a typical standard reflex sight. So when you hear reflex sight, this is how I imagine reflex sight to look. It is perfect for close range shooting, such as driven hunts, dynamical shooting, and also shooting and aiming on a running game. So great for close quarters, easy to use with both eyes open. It is available, as was with Doctor, in two versions as regards the dot size. This one is, as you can see, comes with a 3.5 MOA dot. So this dot provides 10 centimeters of coverage on 100 meters and is perfect as such for a rifle. It also comes in a 7 MOA version, and in that version it provides 20 centimeters of coverage on 100 meters, and it's a little bit better for pistols, although they can both be used on any kind of platform, so pistol or rifle. But this is the general division. The magnification is slightly above 1 times, 1.0 07, but looking through is very comfortable, easy with both eyes open. It is still made in Germany. You can see here it's written on the box, so the manufacturing is still in Germany, even though the change has been made. The weight without battery, it weighs to 22 grams. And now if we compare it a little bit to the C and the 3 models, so the Dr. Noblex Sight C and Dr. Noblex Sight III. So this one, the Sight II Plus, has been on the market for the longest time. If we still talk about when it was under the Doctor name. These are still made out of aluminum housing, and in contrast to the C and the 3 models, they are not assembled one-to-one part. They're also not made from magnesium, but from aluminum, as I said, and they're assembled from 2 parts, meaning that they're not fully waterproof, only rainproof or splashproof. Another thing worth mentioning here is that there is another version of this sight on the market, the IPSC version. That version has IPSC written on the hood of the device, and we already did a separate review of Dr. Sight II Plus IPSC, which is virtually the same as now that it's under the Noblex name, so you can check that one out. In short, the IPSC version models are more suitable to withstand the recoil of a pistol. So under here, their construction is a little bit more suited to the recoil of the pistol. The slides of the pistol produce quite harsh recoil, so Doctor and now Noblex choose to enhance this lower part for the device to withstand the recoil. This is only available in one color, so in this one, in black. If you're looking for a little bit more something that stands out, you should go for the C models. So in the C model series, you can choose between 5 different colors. A screwdriver for windage and elevation adjustments is also provided here. With it and with the help of the scale, you can make the elevation here and the windage adjustments here. You just have to make sure to unlock the lock screws before you do that, and then you can make the adjustments and then lock the screws back in place. So one thing about what's great about Dr. Red Dot sights, and I would say Red Dot sights in general, is that they are very recoil proof, and these sights made by Dr., so now Noblex, can really withstand the recoil of even the strongest calibers, even the Magnum ones. So they're really durable and really recoil proof. There is of course a battery slot, and it's located here underneath the device. It can easily be installed, very simple to use. Now let's just see if it, like so. The dot probably cannot be seen now through the camera lens. The cap is right here. Let me just get it out. The cap is made out of plastic. I prefer personally the ones made out of rubber, but the Dr. Sight II Plus always comes with a plastic cap, and you get it when purchasing the sight. It's included in the box. The IPSC version and the Noblex Sight III both use the same type of cover. Of course, you can also put the rubber one on, but it just won't fit as good. So it's better to use the cover that is specifically made for the Dr. Sight, Noblex sight that you now have. So you can see that I'm frequently mixing Dr. and Noblex name, and I bet that this will be a common mistake everywhere in the next couple of years. So if we move on to the mounting system, this Dr. sight of course features the same mounting system that applies to all Dr. sights. This is a very popular design. There are 4 notches on each corner that fit onto the 4 pins. very popular design. And many other manufacturers such as Buris, Meopta, Vortex and others, because of the popularity of this design, they offer the same mounting platform. And it's really popular, so about 80% of the industry is using this mount at the moment. A very successful design indeed. If we talk about a little bit about the optical characteristics, starting with the illumination intensity. So the illumination intensity is always automatically adjusted to the ambient light. For that purpose, there is a sensor here, just below the lens in the front part. And so this sensor detects ambient light, and the intensity of the dot is then adjusted depending on the ambient light. So if you're, for example, in an open field during the day when it's bright outside, the dot will be strong. If you're outside where it's dusky, walking somewhere in the forest, when it's a little bit dusky outside, the intensity of the dot will be regulated and it will be at the lowest possible level. So it really regulates nicely to the ambient light, and this model does not offer the option of choosing between different modes of how the device detects ambient light. So with Dr. Sight III that I have here, now Noblex Sight III, you have a special magnet here, and with the help of the housing that you get with the device, you can then switch between different modes of how the device detects the ambient light. Dr. now Noblex Sight II Plus does not offer this feature. So yeah, how to turn this side off? There are no buttons on it, so it can be a little confusing at first, but the only thing you actually need to do is that use the cover that you get with the device and cover it, and you'll automatically cover the sensor just below the lens, and the sight will be turned off. When you purchase it, you will get 5 years of warranty. And what else? So I already mentioned you get a plastic cover, a screwdriver for elevation and windage adjustments, a scale to help you with that. You get a lens cloth, put in a bag. Also a hexagonal tool with 2 screws, which you can use for mounting, of course. Then the CR2032 battery also is inside, and it also comes in this nice modern looking box. We can also compare it to the older one. So this is the Dr. Sight II Plus, Noblex Sight II Plus. The characteristics, the looks the same, but you can see that this one, the box is a little bit more modern. They chose a little bit more modern direction. Yeah, let's just put that back. We have now reached the end of this short review. So as you can see, everything is virtually the same except the name. It's no longer Doctor, now it's Noblex. We'll have to get used to that, of course. The pluses, if we talk about the individual characteristics, the pluses are, of course, the price is still affordable, and for an affordable price you get a high quality product, recoil proof, shock proof, water resistant, so this one is not waterproof, but still. It is also a light compact device with a window that's big enough, so she's really nice. The possibility of buying an IPSC version is also a great addition, where the construction is so adjusted to the recoil of the pistol. And that's basically it as regards the positive sides. What about the disadvantages? The first disadvantage is that you cannot achieve full waterproofness. So with the Dr. Sight C and 3 you get a special gasket that is put underneath when you mount so it's put in between the adapter and the red dot sight, and you achieve full waterproofness. This could not be achieved here because it's made out of 2 parts, and out of 2 parts of aluminum. The C and the 3 are made of 1 part magnesium, which is why a gasket is included that allows the sight to be waterproof from the bottom as well as from the upper side. So another possible disadvantage is that you cannot influence on how you cannot influence the intensity of the red dot. It regulates by itself depending on the surrounding lighting. So for most people that is okay, but in some situations it's not that okay. If you're, for example, hunting when it's dusky outside in a forest, the dot can often be too powerful even at the lowest setting, and some people tend to solve that problem by putting somewhere over the sensor. So in fact they're fooling the sensor by putting something over it, or going over the sensor with a marker. Things like that are supposed to work, so this is a nice trick of how to achieve the red dot intensity to be even at a lower level than just by itself. And that's basically it. So I hope that I've explained everything regarding this Noblex Sight II Plus. I apologize if I use the word doctor too many times. We'll all have to get used to that with time. If you enjoyed the video, or you can click like, of course, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any additional questions, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. We'll be glad to answer to that question. You can also send us an email and we'll reply to that. So thank you for watching and see you in the next review. Bye bye.